St. Charles, Missouri. I have an 8-year-old son, Harry Truman Schad, who is autistic. You can tell his father used to be a history teacher. And I just want to kind of give you more of a personal insight into what it's like for a family with an autistic child. I have a daughter who's 7, Grace, and I didn't get married till I was 40, so unfortunately, when I and my wife pass, my son will have to be looked after by my daughter. He was diagnosed very early, at 18 months. He was nonverbal. He had stopped talking. And we went right to Juvine in St. Louis, got great treatment, and we began ABA therapy. We had 3 different therapists coming in twice a week. And Harry got very intensive therapy, eventually learned sign language, was able to talk. When he got to kindergarten, he was mainstreamed at Parkway School District. He had a shadow. He's progressing very nicely. But then our finances ran out. We had to refinance our home 3 times. I had to rely on my in-laws and other friends to pay for the cost of his private schooling in preschool and also his ABA therapy. And we expended outwards of $65,000 for his therapy and his schooling. We've had to stop ABA. Now, you'll hear testimony that there's a window there between ages 2 and 6 or 7 where, given the intense therapy and their brains are developing, you can impact development. Dr. Manavani will talk about that, but you can still influence after that. Harry talks, he interacts a bit, but has trouble in social situations. He has no friends. He goes to school. He can get through school fine. Every now and then he'll have a meltdown. The shadow will pull him out, settle him down, plug him back into the class. He's very bright. He can do his work. And as a result, we have high hopes for him. I do not want to put the burden of my son's life on the state of Missouri. I do not want to have him end up in an institution when he's 21. And I want him to be a productive, independent person who pays his taxes, who's a credit to society. And because of that, we have moved to a community where we believe that this can happen and where Harry can have an independent life. We'll live a couple streets over from him and keep an eye on him, but he can live a full life. This has all been because of ABA. I'm convinced. I've heard the education versus medical argument, and in my mind, I believe that without ABA, my son would have probably been in an institution at an early age for the rest of his life. He's doing well. We need ABA. We need the insurance because he can still progress. He doesn't eat very much. He has a food sensory issue. And we need it for the social side of it where he can learn to cooperate and get along with folks enough so he can get a job and get a life. So we are at a plateau. It's worked so far, but we can still use more therapy so that he can continue to progress.
Thank you very much for your testimony, sir. Is there any questions of the witness? Seeing none, thank you very much for being here. Please fill out a witness.